So we've had 4 rounds of the Six Nations 2022, and going into the last round, plenty of permutations on who's going to win and who's going to finish where. So here's the table. We can see France and Ireland in with a shot of winning. Then England, Scotland and Wales, they're all in a bun fight there between 3rd and 5th, and Italy are consigned to last again no matter what they do. A couple of things to have a look at though. We can see France have got 2 less bonus points than Ireland, and also they've got a worse points difference. So that does put Ireland in a decent position, but they're going to need England to do something against France for sure. So I'm just going to go through a few of the permutations and what might happen. There are plenty more. I think I've got my maths right, but let me know if I haven't. But anyway, here we go. France, if they're going to win the Six Nations, they need to beat England by any amount and it's done, okay? You do get bonus points for a Grand Slam as well, but they don't need that. That's just in case things are very close and they don't want a side who wins the Grand Slam to lose on points on the table. But anyway, France beat England by any amount. It's over, France win. Now, there is an interesting scenario where Ireland beats Scotland without a bonus point, which could happen. That puts them on 20, which means France then could draw and get a bonus point for 4 or more tries and still win. I thought that was an interesting one. Indeed, France could lose but get a bonus point, and if Ireland draw with no bonus point, or of course they lose, then France win. So there are a few permutations there, but France will know they win against England, they win the whole thing of course. There are some other permutations as well, but those were 3 interesting ones for me. Now Ireland, how can they win? Well, if Ireland win against Scotland and France lose, then bonus points are irrelevant because Ireland have that better points difference. And if France lose, they're not going to improve their points difference. So Ireland win versus Scotland, France lose, nice and easy, Ireland win. So like I said, Ireland need England to help them out there big time. Now Ireland could draw and France could lose. And if France don't get more bonus points than Ireland, then Ireland win. So Ireland could draw and still win. So that's pretty interesting. And of course, they could both lose. That's interesting. I don't think that's highly likely, but if they both lose and Ireland get 2 bonus points, for example, and France get 0, then Ireland wins. So Ireland could lose with bonus points and still win. Anyway, some interesting scenarios there. France in pole position, but Ireland absolutely waiting to pounce with those better bonus points and points difference. Now, 3rd, 4th and 5th. This is interesting. Really, things could change here. England and Scotland, both on 10 points, but England do have that better points difference. I think it's 25 points better, so that's pretty healthy. I don't think Scotland will overcome that with the 2 matches they've got there. So there's a very simple scenario. Scotland need a better result than England, so just both winning's not good enough, or just both drawing or whatever. They've got to get a better result, more points, be it bonus points than England, and then they would leapfrog them in the table. Unless they both win and Scotland win with a hatful of points and overcome that points difference, but I don't think that's happening. So pretty simple scenario there. Who gets the best result? Now Wales, they're playing Italy at home, so they do have an advantage here. Even though they're 4 points behind England and Scotland, they will probably win with a bonus point. Italy, we've seen some decent stuff here and there from them, but nothing to say that Italy are going to win against Wales, and Wales at home should get a bonus point. So that means Wales should be finishing on 11 points. So 1 more than England and Scotland at the moment. So if England and Scotland both lose, which is a definite possibility, and they don't get a bonus point, which again is a possibility, then Wales leapfrog both of them into 3rd, really changing how the table looks. That's an interesting scenario. That absolutely could happen. So red alert for England and Scotland. They could be tumbling down this table. Anyway, plenty of possibilities. Which ones are the most likely for you? How do you see it panning out? Pop the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.